Hi everyone, it's your boy Adeleke. I'm back in the building again, representing Think Positive Incorporated, the third year medical student at SOM. Just letting my fans know I'm back. Today we're going to be talking about continuing our lecture on liver function test. The last time, I'm sorry, the H actually stood for hemodynamic factors, which like congestive heart failure. If you have heart failure, it backs all the way back into your liver. You get the nutmeg liver. You get a little bit of the AST and your ALT also. But today I kind of want to piggyback on that and kind of jumpstart the event. So we're still on liver function test. We talked about AST and ALT last time, and today we add in the extra component, which is your alkaline phosphatase, or alk-phos. Now, there's something interesting when you get your lab results back. So you order your lab, it comes back, and you notice your ALT and your AST are high, but on the other side, you got another guy, ALPs are, right? Alkaline phosphatase. The attendant's like, hey, medical student, what do you think is going on? You're like, I don't know. Nah, you will know in a minute, okay? Typically what's going on is, when alkaline phosphatase is high, what that is telling you, it's coming from the biliary tree. Remember I was telling you guys about the liver in our last lecture, right? That the liver has the intrahepatic biliary tree, right? Bile ducts, which come out, send off a little branch from their gallbladder, forms the cystic bile duct. Like I said, everything's kind of anatomy. You kind of picture what's going on. Like, where can this buddy be coming from, right? So anything within this biliary tree, coming all the way down, even into the gallbladder. If anything happens to the gallbladder, this goes up. Anything happens to this common bile duct, you're in trouble. Intrahepatic duct, you're in trouble. So I kind of want you to kind of get a general idea to realize alk-phos does come from the biliary tree. Okay? So when you see that, think biliary. But in medicine, we have to be fancy, right? Like, what is biliary? So we call it cholestatic. Cholestatic, chol means bile, static means stasis. Stasis means something is not moving, right? Stay. Yeah, exactly. That's right. So cholestatic means some kind of obstruction, right? Something is obstructing this bile from flowing back from here, blocking it from coming out here, blocking it from coming out here. You getting the picture now? But don't get too excited. There's always a catch. What is the catch? Buy one, get two free? No. What I'm trying to say is, alkaline phosphate comes from other places. It comes from places you never think of, right? Bone, right? Or the placenta. I don't know. Bone and placenta? Yeah, bone and placenta, exactly. And your what? Your gut. That's bad news. You're like, no way. Well, unfortunately, that's the bad news. The good news is, now you got smarter, because now you got to broaden your perspective. You can just focus on ALP, just bile. No. You gotta, you know what? Man up. It's got to be coming from the bone. How do I know it's not coming from this guy? There's one more test we ordered. It's called GGT, gamma glutamyl transfers. Right? If you order a GGT test and it comes back positive, you know what? You won the jackpot. That's basically telling you this alk-phos is telling you it's coming from the biliary tree. So now you know it's something wrong along the line inside the liver, or some kind of hepatocellular mechanism or cholestatic mechanism that's triggering an elevated alk-phos and elevated liver function test. We're cool? Cool. Great. Now, if this comes back negative though, and you have this isolated alkaline phosphatase, If it's like a 29-year-old woman, suspect she's pregnant, order a beta HCG, figure out if she's pregnant. She might be pregnant. It's coming from the placenta. Oh, wait a minute, it could be this 71-year-old or the 69-year-old guy that's coming in. It's like, Doc, man, you know, I got BPH. My doctor's putting me like some alpha-1 blocker, some kind of prazosin, or they can use what's the name of the other drug? That's finasteride, something like that. You know, that can help them, you know, allow to prevent, say, 5-alpha reductase inhibitor. So, you know, prevents them from having that hyperproliferation. And let's say this guy's been out for about 5 years, never followed up, he's non-compliant, doesn't care. It's like, you know what, I'll be alright. Comes back, and he's having back pain. It's like, Doc, I can't pee now. It's gotten worse. I haven't taken my meds either. It's like, no. And you check the CBC and the LFTs, and it comes back, and you're like, hold up, your alk phos is up. Maybe he has metastatic disease down to the bone. It could be Paget's, right? Paget's is caused elevated. So you gotta keep this thing in your back of your mind. But the only way you actually separate these two quantities is by using GGT, right? Exactly. So now that we got that damn code, the next thing we're gonna move on to is, hold up, what do I actually have to know to actually be able to figure out that this is really bad? So I talked about GGT and I talked about alk phos. So if alk phos is elevated and GGT is elevated, think some extra hepatic origin, you know, extremely high, right? So let me kind of talk a little bit about what you've been thinking in your mind. I know everybody's like, oh yeah. You know, I was thinking about this lately, and I was like, you know, everything that has coal in it, like, you know, CCK, cholecystokinin, coal the thighs, coal this, coal that. Let's kind of talk about them a little bit. And before we actually jump into that, some extra hepatic. What are extra hepatic obstruction? You know what? It's easier if we actually look at this picture. What if I have something causing like some autoimmune reaction, actually damaging my biliary tree inside the liver? What should we be thinking? Have you ever heard about primary biliary cirrhosis? That's right, baby. Primary biliary cirrhosis, right? That will cause this to go up, and if this backs up enough, it backs all the way to where it's been produced by the hepatocyte, you might actually get an elevated AST with an ALT, slightly elevated. It could be normal, don't get me wrong, it could be normal, so I'll put a little arrow, but what you expect to see is elevated alk phos. And that's what we're going to try to kind of get you guys to actually see what's really going on. Primary biliary cirrhosis, you said some kind of like autoimmune thing going on. The only way you actually determine if this person actually has it, basically, you just look for anti-mitochondrial antibodies and AMA to kind of rule it out, and that should kind of tell you, okay, it's some kind of autoimmune destruction going on, and you should be fine. You want to test for that? We use ERCP. It's a long word for like endoscopic retrograde pancreatic cholangiography. Big fancy word. Don't worry about it. But it could be something else. Maybe something causes like little sclerosis along the common bile duct. Something like what? PSC. Primary sclerosing cholangitis. Right? We don't know really what causes it. We kind of form this little bead like beads on a string. Dilation, strictures associated with ulcerative colitis. That will cause that. Are we on point? Good. What else? Oh, how about if I get a stone and the stone kind of lodges there and, kind of blocks that? Cause an obstruction. Ooh, that's called cholecystitis. You're going to get the same thing. What else? Maybe if the stone gets lodged in the cystic duct, right? And every time this guy contracts, he's pushing again this stone, and it hurts. Like, no. Get this biliary colic pain just to the obstruction. Like, no. You check the labs, bam, right? That's cholecystitis, right? Cholestasis. stasis of bowel, and the stones are just kind of like in there, irritating. How about if I get inflammation? Everybody in their 40s, it happens to most people, you know, they come right up a quadrant pain, the pain every time they eat or that night, because it's kind of inflammation. Acute cholecystitis, right? Cholecystitis, right? And I just said this is associated with UC, and there's an increased risk of getting a cholangiocarcinoma. Just kind of FYI, so I just don't forget that. 4, right? Cholecystitis. What is that? It's a stone. You just kind of think about medicine's fun, right? You know, we put a stone here, we call it a different name. He jumps in there, we name it a different name. You're like, oh man, give me a break. Exactly. In the common bile duct, cholecystitis, right? Bile, stone, in the common bile duct. Right there. Obstruction again. Remember, it's all cholecystitis. Back up. How about this? You're not going to like this one. Cholangitis. Right? Remember, it's different from cholecystitis. Cholangitis, infection. Guess what? If bowel stays long enough due to which is actually usually caused by this guy, which sucks, right? Everything kind of like can lead to one another, right? If the stone is jumping around, right? If you get obstruction right there, let me just kind of draw it out so you can see it. You know who can cause damage? This guy's gonna go into your duodenum, and this is your duodenum. You know, it's a little bit digestive part of bacteria. If bacteria is able to climb, and they're microscopic, so no matter how big the stone, it's not gonna block them from not coming in. And the bacteria sits in there, start replicating, you know, kind of proliferating. You get an infection right inside the biliary tree. You got some back cholangitis. We're back to the same heebie-jeebies, right? So those are the things you kind of want to keep in mind when you kind of go through the thought process. And you see how important to kind of see how things kind of... And you can get gallstone ileus. You know, somebody's got like a little fistula from acute cholecystitis. Actually, I forgot to... Right? Got caused we call it cholanteric fistula because the biliary tree kind of forms a little... Due to an abscess from a cholecystitis. And abscess all want to drain. Guess what? If it's big, it's juicy, it's pussy. I know it's yucky. It wants to stick to something and drain it out. It's like, I can't keep this stomach. I can give somebody else, right? The juice kind of like leaks in. Also, a stone follows. The stone goes all the way, backs all the way up because it's gonna go block your terminal ileum. And now you got another like gallstone ileus, right? Oh, gallbladder cancer. Ooh, wow. Stones can cause that, cholesterol stone, stuff like this. This is what I wanted you to kind of keep in mind because it's really important. I see students all the time like, you memorize. You don't have to memorize. You just got to know where things are. Your point. All right. Just a few more things and we're almost done. Now, we talk about GGT. How do you actually measure how the liver function is? I know what it is. You're gonna get asked this question at some point in hospital, on your board somewhere. And the actual way we measure liver function, because although we didn't go into physiology of how the liver, what the liver does, blah blah blah. If you guys want me to talk about that, just shoot me an email or something at the bottom of this video. I'll go over it. It's not a big deal, but the liver does a lot of things, but the actual thing it does that actually know that, oh, the liver's actually working is coagulation factors. Believe it or not, your liver produces all coagulation factors except, I know you know it, factor 8. Exactly. Factor 1, factor 2, factor 5, factor 10, factor 12, factor 13, 11, all produced by the liver, except factor 8. Know that. You know where factor 8 is? It's stuck. It's a husband and a wife. They fell in love with somebody a long time ago. I know, it's a story. You know who his boyfriend is? Von Willebrand factor. When I go over Claudine Cascade, we're going to talk about that. You guys are going to enjoy the show. I got to give credit to my boy, my professor, but not right now. When that chapter comes, you click on the video and enjoy it. But he fell in love. And you guys will find out later. But factor 8 is not produced by the liver, so we don't care. So how do we actually know in the hospital? Really?
Hey!
Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you learned a lot. Are you studying for the USMLE Step 1 or Step 2? Are you studying for the NCLEX, or you're currently in nursing school as a nursing student? Are you a PA student currently in school or studying for your PANCE exam? Or are you a nurse practitioner student or trying to take your NP board exam? Listen, I've got super awesome content for you. If you truly love this video and it simplified your learning process, I want you to check out my website below. I've listed all the list of exams, whether you're studying for any of this board exam, and all I want you to do is click on the link right now below so that you can take you directly to my website. For USMLE, just go to smashusmle.com. For NCLEX, go to crushnclex.com. And if you're studying for the PANCE exam, the nurse practitioner exam, or you're studying for your internal medicine board exam, just click below and it'll take you directly to ftplectures.com. Listen, I can't wait to help you. If you need to get in touch with me, just get to my website, you're able to reach me directly, and we can work together one-on-one. Listen, you're super awesome, and my goal here is to help your dream come true. If you want to be a doctor, want to be a nurse practitioner, a registered nurse, or physician assistant, I'm here to help you get to that next level with your medical knowledge. Let's save the world together. I love you guys. You guys are super awesome, and do not forget to click on the link below to be able to get to my website. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You guys have a great day. Let's go.